ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
A total of 41 counties across California, including San Diego, are now in the purple tier. More businesses are closing again as coronavirus cases surge, but some are refusing to do so, fearing they won't have a way to reopen. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkins. We have team coverage tonight. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala has the stern warning from county leaders and how some are reacting.
San Diego County officials are urging people across the county to comply with the public health order and latest purple tier restrictions. They've even sent out several cease and desist letters already, but some say they will not shut their doors anymore. San Diego County is breaking records with the number of daily coronavirus cases reported. Businesses now warned failure to comply with the latest restrictions could come with consequences.
On Friday, I sent a letter to all the mayors in our region to have them step up enforcement of state and local public health orders. And our regional compliance team is moving forward on complaints that we are receiving. We need your cooperation, and we certainly need your compliance.
Monday, the county sent cease and desist letters to several businesses and one church for refusing to close indoor operations over the weekend. Those include Danny's Bar, Meat Monsters Grill, all 5 of Fit Athletic Club's locations, 4 Yoga Box locations, Self-Made Training Facility, Shelter Bar and Sanitas, Reach Yoga, Shock Fitness, The Landing, and Awaken Church in Carlsbad.
To us, it's a both and. You can be open and you can be safe. It's not either or.
Skyline Church did not receive a letter, but they've been warned before. Lead pastor Dr. Jeremy McGarity says religious services are essential, and he couldn't stand by and watch people struggle with their mental health any longer.
And we saw the huge rate of suicide ideation that went through the roof. We actually felt like for us, it would have been spiritual malpractice to stay closed.
Dr. McGarity says Skyline Church does offer outdoor and online services, but has no plans of shutting down indoor operations. Instead, he says they've added in several health and safety measures and leave it up to the congregants to decide.
Some people being inside the church is their relationship to God.
If cease and desist letters are ignored, that could result in criminal misdemeanor citations with a $1,000 fine for each violation. Several lawsuits challenging the state and the county have already been filed, something McGarity doesn't want to do, but says these shutdowns should not be looked at as one size fits all.
I don't want to fight our county. We don't want to fight. We really don't, but we will, because we know our rights and we know how important it is that we stay open.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Please open us up. Please let us be able to maintain our homes and our livelihoods and be able to pay our bills and not lose everything.
Hundreds of business owners rallied outside the county administration building. They want local and state officials to reopen San Diego. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Perra was at the rally where some businesses say enough is enough.
We heard from many business owners at the rally. They say that these new COVID-19 related restrictions will just be too much for many to bear. Some say the frustration and anxiety has never been greater.
Stand with your conviction. Move the needle.
There was no mistaking how this crowd outside the county administration building felt about public health orders forcing indoor shutdowns, expressing their support for business owners as they took the podium to talk about how COVID-19 related restrictions have crippled their livelihoods. Over the weekend, places like restaurants, gyms, and churches were made to close their indoor operations again.
Sometimes we just got to step up and we got to open up, so let's do that.
Peter San Nicolas owns Ramona Fitness Center. This is video ABC 10 News took of the facility back in August. San Nicolas says they are still open.
We're open with restrictions, limited number of people, checking temperatures. Everyone does a health screening every time they come in. Masks and social distancing and cleaning. Everybody's got their own spray bottle. So absolutely. We're taking it seriously. We definitely take it seriously.
It's not really a choice between opening businesses or saving lives. We can do both. We can do both at the same time.
Supervisor Jim Desmond is the vice chair for the San Diego County Board of Supervisors. He spoke at the rally showing his support to keep businesses open.
The museums, the churches, the restaurants, the gyms should all be allowed to operate the capacities they had last week.
Before the rally, a group waving flags and carrying signs made their way down Broadway condemning the new restrictions. San Nicolas says businesses have been through a roller coaster of loosening and tightening restrictions throughout the pandemic, and he says this time is different. He feels many business owners have had enough.
People are saying, no, I'm not going to do it. People that I asked before with their restaurants in our town, stay open. You got to do it. You got to stay open. They wouldn't do it last time. They're doing it now.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Yesterday was our highest one-day number of COVID cases. Today we had our second highest day. The county reported 833 new cases, bringing our total to 65,500. There were no new deaths, which is typical for a Monday, so that total remains at 926. Hot on the heels of Pfizer's announcement that its vaccine candidate is at least 90% effective, Moderna says it's seeing equally promising results from its own vaccine trial. Moderna says its candidate has an efficacy rate of greater than 94%. Moderna used data from two groups of 15,000 people, some of them from San Diego. Now, that first group got a placebo. 90 of those people developed COVID-19, 11 of them severely. A second group got the actual vaccine. Only 5 of them got the virus and none seriously.
Governor Gavin Newsom is pulling the emergency brake on the state's plans to reopen the economy. Today, he moved 41 of the state's 58 counties back to the most restrictive purple tier. The move comes after the state reported a doubling of COVID-19 cases over the past 10 days. San Diego and LA counties account for just under half of the state's daily case average.
This is simply the fastest increase California has seen since the beginning of this pandemic.
The major spike also caused the governor to make changes to our tier system. Counties will now be evaluated weekly rather than every 2 weeks for their tier placement. Meantime, the governor is formally apologizing for attending a birthday party that violated the COVID protocol that he's been preaching. Newsom and his wife attended an event a couple of weeks ago for a longtime friend at the French Laundry in the Napa Valley with more than 3 households. The governor nor his aides would say how many households were there, but they admitted it was over the limit. Today, the governor said he should have gone home when he saw the situation, and he promised to do better moving forward.
The spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that. We're all human. We all fall short sometimes.
Newsom says that he's only gone out to dinner 3 times since February.
Starting tomorrow, 3 secondary schools in the Vista Unified School District will pivot to virtual learning. The district says there have been positive COVID-19 cases at each school. Those include Rancho Buena Vista, Vista Magnet School, and Madison Middle. The district says it will be providing more details tomorrow. And the transition for President-elect Joe Biden to the White House is being slowed by some federal agencies under President Trump. And as ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports, the president's refusal to concede the race has some health experts warning about what that may mean for a COVID-19 vaccine.
As ABC News and other media outlets have firmly projected Joe Biden as the winner of the 2020 presidential race, the next president of the United States is sounding the alarm of what's to come if current President Donald Trump doesn't cooperate with the transition process, warning it could hold up the distribution of a COVID-19 vaccine.
More people may die if we don't coordinate. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month and a half.
The president is steadfast in his belief that he somehow won the election, refusing to concede or proceed with a peaceful transfer of power. Over the weekend, it seemed like he was starting to recognize reality, tweeting of Biden, "He won." By today, he was back to declaring, "I won the election." But Trump's own national security advisor says it looks like Biden will be the next commander-in-chief.
Look, if the Biden-Harris ticket is determined to be the winner, and it's, obviously things look that way now, we'll have a very professional transition.
And now ABC News has obtained a message from the top federal official who's blocking President-elect Joe Biden's team from beginning its transition and accessing government resources, claiming she cannot ascertain Biden won. In that message, Emily Murphy, head of the General Services Administration, appears to actively be looking for a new job herself, a move some in Washington believes signals her understanding that the current administration lost the election to Joe Biden. In the meantime, preparations for the January 20th inauguration are underway, even if the transition of power isn't. And President-elect Joe Biden is moving ahead despite slowdowns from the White House, today speaking about his coronavirus economic relief plans.
We need our workers to be back on the job by getting the virus under control.
Most GOP senators are playing along with Trump's refusal to accept the reality of his defeat. Only 4 have publicly acknowledged Biden as president-elect. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington.